Inland Sports.
What's up, guys? It's Pep Fernandez. Time now to look at some of the top games coming up in week number 5 of the high school football season. Again, a lot of teams will have byes this week to get ready for league play, but we still got some real juicy ones coming up here in week number 5. Let's do this. How about the old holy war? Aquinas and Notre Dame. Notre Dame getting the first win of the season for head coach Rick Pontius. They beat Citrus Hill. Aquinas, again, on the flip side, they tough loss against Upland, but that was a big stretch for them. You know, they've already had Etowanda. They had that showdown with Cajon, Upland. So, Holy War, always a big deal. Aquinas and Notre Dame. Norte Vista and Redlands. Novi really coming on strong, I'll be honest. Braves losing that season opener against Hesperia. We weren't sure what Novi would look like this year, but they are coming on in a big way. And Redlands trying to bounce back after a tough loss at home against Palm Springs. Liberty trying to keep their undefeated season intact as they go on the road to San Gorgonio. And I'll tell you what, man, the last couple of weeks, the Spartans have played some really good football. I think CNG's turning a corner on the season. That's going to be a great game. Vista Murrieta going on the road to Rancho Cucamonga. Big test for the undefeated 4-0 Broncos going up to Rancho Cuc. We saw Norco play Rancho Cucamonga a couple weeks ago. Norco pulled out that victory. So Vista Murrieta versus Rancho Cucamonga will have an effect on the Boost Top 25. I got a good feeling about that. Indian Springs and West Valley, two teams quietly having really strong seasons. We just had Brent Perez, the head coach of the Mustangs, on our Inland Sports Show. Chris Chaddock's always a frequent visitor as well. A lot of respect for both these head coaches, and they're both doing such a great job right now. Cajon will take on Etowanda as the Cowboys continue to trudge through non-league play. Beat up on Grossmont last week, and these guys are really building up some steam to try to defend their 5-time CBL champions, right? Last tune-up before Citrus Belt League play. And finally, Grand Terrace and JW North. Grand Terrace, we got them in our top 25, and this is a very good Titans team. And JW North, the record might not show it, but these Huskies are still tough. And this is kind of a rivalry game. These guys are like, 2 miles apart over there in the Grand Terrace and 3rd and Chicago area. So those are some of the top games coming at you in week number 5 of the high school football season. And a couple highlights here. Liberty beating up on Rubidoux, 35-0 for the Bisons. It was a heavy dose of Andre Skelton, Anthony Ruelas in the gang. Coach Broach has these guys running the football hard, and not a big surprise, right? They are 4-0, final league game against San Gorgonio. And these guys are rolling along before Mountain Pass League action. So Liberty against San G is going to be a pretty good one. And then also, we mentioned Norte Vista taking on Redlands this week. We had Novi on Riverside TV this past week. And, man, if you haven't seen them, they've got a bunch of guys that can run the ball. That was Brian Temple, who's really emerged as a top running back. Demarion Richardson, he's probably your number 1 running back. And then, don't forget about that guy, the big fella, Damon Iosefa. He is a load. And Ken Batdorf said, man, this guy is a really, really special player. So Novi picked up a 49-3 win against Linfield Christian on Riverside TV. And they'll try to keep that going against a Redlands team, as we mentioned. Tough loss at home against Palm Springs this previous week. 35-7 was that final score. So we'll see if they can regroup and maybe get a win before they go into CBL play, where it will not get any easier with the likes of Cajon and Citrus Valley, Beaumont. Ukaipa's picked up a couple wins now, so the T-Birds are going strong. So it'll be tough in CBL play. So Novi and Redlands should be a great one as well. We mentioned Vista Murrieta, taking on Rancho Cuc, and that's going to be a big game as well. Vista Murrieta picking up a huge win against Heritage this past week. It was 51-0. That's 49. 51-0. Vista Murrieta, that big win against Heritage. I would have loved to have seen this game about 3 or 4 years ago. Heritage taking on Vista Murrieta. But all Broncos in this one. And again, trying to stay undefeated. Their biggest test so far in non-league play, going on the road to Rancho Cucamonga. So that'll be a big one as well for the Broncos. All right, so those are some of the top games coming at you in week 5 of the high school football season, the final week of non-league play. Some teams will have a bye this week, so kind of a diet version of a full schedule, but it should be a lot of fun still. If you're watching this video, and I know you are, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like this video, and we also have a thanks button at the bottom of each video if you'd like to support us with a couple bucks and help support local sports here in the Inland Empire area. I'm Pep Fernandez, and we will see you next time.